What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking down the burst mode for the GT Super Saiyan Goku Dokkan event here. So let's go ahead and jump in. I've already set my sliders and picked my team and everything. So yeah, we've got ourselves set just above 6,000 points. We'll do a quick roll through here. So it looks like the categories, I was a little bit wrong in my assumptions. I thought that they were going to have us use like the extreme class, like Shadow Dragon Saga's GT bosses categories, which would make sense against being like the foes of this event. But that was incorrect. So it seems like they're going a different route here. So Youth and Gifted Warriors are actually going to be the effective categories here, which is quite interesting. So there have been quite a few buffs to these categories since the 10th anniversary here, so we're able to make some pretty cool team builds here. So we're going with the Int and Fizz types because that'll give us the most points there. But honestly, I think when we go for like the high point run, because I'll probably try and do like an over 7,000 point clear, or like a maxed out clear or something, we probably will go AGL in physical, or maybe even AGL and Int, because I want to be able to use the new Kid Goku as my leader, right? So we're not going to be able to do that this time around. And then for the team bit that we've built, we were only able to get the 500 team cost one. We've got all of these active. For the AGL damage reduction one, we've got that selected since we're not using AGL characters anyway, and then we left all these blank. All that extra damage reduction stats we don't need to have active on here. None of that active. And then, yeah, for the extra attack, we just have this all the way down at the bottom to give a little bit of attack, but then the most amount of point buff, because you only get a little bit more points for, like, a massive buff here. So that doesn't really seem worth it. And then same deal with the defense all the way down at the bottom. Screw these extra challenge ones. 1,500 HP, that's ridiculous. And then this one here. So we're getting the extra points for the 1,000% HP there, and then the damage threshold added on, the debuff for, or I guess when you take damage for the type disadvantage orb selection. We left all of the extra key things deselected here, but obviously we probably could add those too, and then no support items or support memories. So there we go. We're just above the 6,000 points that we need to clear. I can't imagine this is going to be too difficult for us, honestly. What the heck? Where's my team? Here we go. And then I do have to manually select a friend lead. I want another Path to Power Kid Goku. Let me do this. DB Saga. There we go. Okay. Oh, he's not Easy Aid. Oh, no. Do I really have to use the special friend? Oh, no. That's so annoying. Okay. I guess we'll go in like this. I am confident because of how easy this seems with this team that we've got, which is pretty stacked, that this isn't going to be too difficult. We'll probably still be able to beat this with the special friend Path to Power Kid Goku, but when I go for my like really intense runs, we're not going to be using him as lead anyway. We'll be using the AGL Goku, which I assume there's going to be plenty of on the friends list, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in and see what this is going to look like, if it's actually going to be that difficult. Okay, so on the map, remember for burst modes, you're going to want to try to go the key route. Not really important to pick up the items. You would rather buff your team just to make sure you're going to have the best possible time in the event here. Okay, that's actually really good that we just got the key for the Int Gohan, because obviously he is going to need, you know, being a passive nuker, he's going to need as many key spheres as possible. And then I guess for the Int Go takes as well, because I don't think he's going to be linking up with a lot of these units as well. So the fact that he just got all that key means it's going to be really easy for him to super attack every turn, so that's good. Okay, I kind of want to have... I think having Path to Power Kid Goku with Chi-Chi makes sense. She's providing a lot of support for him, so we'll probably keep them as a main rotation. I guess the only kind of weird thing is we don't really have a lot of slot 1 units on this team. That is one thing that's definitely going to hurt us a little bit. I kind of want to save all these Int Orbs, but I can't imagine that we're not going to be on this... We're probably not going to be on this phase anymore by the time we get to the Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, because he's in slot 7, so we're not going to see him until turn 3 anyway. Let's see how big of an HP pool this enemy has. Yeah, it's not very difficult at turn 1 here, or in phase 1, right? Okay, that's definitely not too bad then. Yeah, I can imagine this is probably just going to be a breeze with only the 6,000 points. This definitely seems like one of those burst modes that's going to be a little bit easier to max out and get one of those really high scoring runs on, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I feel like Int is probably the worst typing to have here. The Chi-Chi is the main help there, but I think doing AGL and Physical is probably going to be the best, so that you can have Path to Power Kid Goku and the new AGL Kid Goku, as well as the physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He's going to be a huge help here as well, right? Okay, so we can't really get the orbs selected that we want. Yeah, we don't, again, that's really the reason we struggle with this team, is we don't have a good slot 1 setup. And I really hate that friend lead is like 0% in the dupe system. That is kind of bad. But we're going to have to roll with it. We don't really have much of a choice here. And then, oh, perfect. That's a lot of int orbs coming up. So we'll just clear the entire field out here so that all those int orbs can be selected next turn. And of course, we're getting slot 1 supered. Yeah, and even that, just we double digit tank that still. This is definitely going to be a free burst mode. There's no way. Yeah, I can't imagine that we're going to have any trouble at least getting the 6,000 point clear, right? Oh, that was really bad because of the type disadvantage orb selection. We lost a bunch of HP there. Whoops. I didn't realize that. We did that at some point. I don't know who we selected. I don't even know when we did that. If we selected STR orbs this turn or if it was from someone last turn. I wasn't even paying attention, but that would be the reason why we have all that HP loss, right? So whoopsie, made a little bit of an oopsie there, but it looks like we are not regretting it because we're not taking any damage from these attacks or anything anyway. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see if, like, the final phase is as bad. Okay, we should have, what, 2 phases left. So this one and then the final phase. Okay, so we have access to Path Power Kid Goku's active skill here. Do we want to use it now? Might as well, right? Sure. This will give us the best chance to clear... Oops, app crash. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and use this active skill now. That way we have the best chance to take down this phase in 1 turn, right? Yeah, there we go. Plenty of damage in there. Obviously, the Path to Power Kid Goku is like the best unit on the team for us. And then, yeah, we're not going to really need to worry about the orb selection with the Kid Gohan. Or the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, rather. Just because Path to Power Kid Goku is going to finish things up for us. I just wanted to avoid selecting those physical orbs. Oh, nice. We even get the slot 1 super dodge. That's really convenient. All right, and then 34 million. That is a nice attack stat, and this should do it right here. Yeah, if Path to Power Kid Goku is going to be this strong against this event, and then keep in mind he's also going to have type advantage for this last phase, that's going to be huge for us, right? I can't imagine that we're going to struggle too hard in here at all. No way, no way. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and keep him first. So we'll get a little bit of healing in there. And then we can get him up to 24 key. And I suppose we should set up the orbs for next turn just in case by going like this. Alright, and then let's see how we do. Okay, no slot 1 super this time, so we should definitely be safe. Man, this friend unit looks so much worse than our rainbowed one, right? That is actually so bad. It makes sense that no one would really have Path to Power Kid Goku as their leader, because if you're running these types of teams, you're probably going to want the AGL Kid Goku as the leader, so everyone's got him set. But I think, I don't know, on the off chance we do need him, I might have one of my friends set him as a leader so that I could use him. That would have been convenient for this video, obviously, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, after we get the clear here, what I want to do is go and set all the sliders to max and see what the actual maximum, like, point value we can get is. Because sometime before the burst mode ends, I do want to do a higher point run. And we'll come back in, we'll do another run, like the 6,000 point clear with the Gifted Warriors team as well. So yeah, we'll do that afterward. But yeah, I do want to see what all this, you know, what it's going to look like with all the sliders set to their maximum. And just see how high we can possibly get this thing. Just to see if it's going to be reasonable for us to attempt like a 7,000 point clear or something like that, right? Okay, so we got to back out for that. I guess let's go ahead and collect all our missions. Sweet, so we've got all the missions cleared here except for the last one to use a Gifted Warriors team, right? Wait. Oh, yeah, Gifted Warriors. I was like, where does it even say? Okay. Holy moly. Big brain fart from me. My bad. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and set all these sliders to max. The team cost one is the one that I am actually going to leave down here, because it's unlikely that with all the sliders set to max, in order to get a team cost below 300 or even below 400, you're most likely going to have mostly banner units or free-to-play units, and there's no way that you're going to make a team strong enough without, like, Dokkan Fests and LRs and stuff, right? So, probably leaving this here is, like, a reasonable expectation. Okay, if we activate all of these, get that damage reduction, that, and then I'll skip out on the extra challenge ones too, because they add such few points, but they're going to add so much more difficulty to the event. So yeah, we'll skip those as well, just to kind of give ourselves an idea what a reasonable, like, realistic thing to shoot for is. And then again, yeah, we'll skip these. Did I grab that one? I did. Okay, I feel like the HP 5,000% is going to be the biggest one. That really hurts here, right? Key -3. Okay, and then, yeah, look at that. We would be just above 7,000. So, yeah, looks like it'll be reasonable enough for us to shoot for a 7,000 point clear. Obviously, the theoretical max is a little bit higher than that because of the team cost. And then because of the extra challenge ones that we didn't have activated, right? So, technically, it's a little bit higher than that, but I think those are unreasonable asks that I'm probably not going to try and shoot for. So, okay. Well, that is it for the youth category mission cleared. There's our 6,000 points. We will come back with the Gifted Warrior teams and try and get 6,000 points with that team build as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links down in the description below. That's going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.